In just one match, the 23-year-old Belgian has made Old Trafford believe again. He's the first Manchester United goalkeeper this season to keep a clean sheet, and the calm he's brought to the backline feels like a breath of fresh air.
And of course, pockets of the crowd shouting, "Are you Schmeichel in disguise?" won't have harmed his confidence, will it, today?
Yeah, I think we all hope he can be the next Peter Schmeichel.
Everything that kind of, you'd think, do you throw a new goalkeeper into it? Because from a drama point of view, it could have all gone horribly wrong, couldn't it? They're under enormous pressure, Manchester United. Sunderland coming on the back of a really good start to the season. You throw a 23-year-old in for his debut, and obviously, he's come with a great reputation from Antwerp, the Belgian goalkeeper, but he stood up to that challenge today.
Yeah, it was a big decision, and I think it's difficult to be the goalkeeper of Manchester United, but I thought he'd done really well for the majority of the game, and I think you see early on here, nothing crazy, get rid of the ball, and it puts Manchester United on the attack. And when you want your goalkeepers to make a save, he's in a good position, he sees the ball and makes a save he probably should make. And this was the one hiccup he had in the game where he makes the wrong decision, he comes out, and on another day it could cost him and Manchester United. But I thought in the main he done a lot of good things. He had 5 minutes to go, he makes a good save, which stopped it from being a nervous 5 minutes. And then what everyone wants, when the ball goes in your box, you want to keep it, who can come and command, catch the ball, and I thought it was a good solid debut for him.
That voice note was Thibaut Courtois, by the way, just let me know about Lammens, because he's a Belgian player, isn't he? So he's just giving me the heads up as to what he's like. He said he's a huge talent, obviously not experienced yet, but he said he thinks his style will be suited to the Premier League, big as well. That recommendation from probably one of the best free goalkeepers in the world, Thibaut Courtois, I'm taking that.
Signed for just 18 million, Lammens is already looking like a 100 million talent. The kind of generational goalkeeper United fans have been waiting for since the glory days of Van der Sar. What's crazy is that his rise didn't come with hype, it came with performances. Real performances. And against Sunderland, he didn't just save shots. He saved United's entire structure. Tall, elegant, and fearless, Lammens reads the game like a veteran. He rushes out to intercept crosses, plays confidently with his feet, and commands his box like he's been there for years. His reflexes are lightning. His positioning is almost robotic in precision. Even Thibaut Courtois, the greatest keeper of his generation, has said he believes Lammens will become the best goalkeeper in the world. That voice note was, Thibaut Courtois, by the way. Just letting me know about Lammens because he's a Belgian player. He just gave me the heads up as to what he's like. He said he's a huge talent. Obviously not experienced yet, but he said he thinks his style will be suited to the Premier League. Big. And watching him now, it's hard to disagree. He's everything Andre Onana was supposed to be. Calm, consistent, and composed under pressure. Finally, United's defense looks secure. Not because they've changed the system, but because they finally trust the man behind them. This is more than just a breakout moment. It's the beginning of an era. Because if Lammens keeps performing like this, we might just be witnessing the birth of the next great Red Devils legend. Senne Lammens' Manchester United debut wasn't just good, it was statement level. A clean sheet, calm command, and 2 world-class saves that reminded fans what elite goalkeeping truly looks like. I think Senne did a great job, so it was a good day. Not a perfect day, but to win like this, clean sheet is important. For weeks, the narrative around Old Trafford had been about instability, but with Lammens between the posts, everything suddenly felt controlled. The numbers already back up his hype. In Belgium, before signing for United, he made more saves than any other goalkeeper, 127 total, and posted a stunning 81.4% shot-to-save ratio, the highest in the league. Add to that his 5 penalty saves from 7 attempts since the start of last season. No goalkeeper across Europe's top 10 leagues can match that record. This is not a coincidence. His mastery is under pressure. Against Sunderland, those skills were on full display when Granit Xhaka unleashed a rocket towards his near post. Lammens positioned himself perfectly halfway between both posts, balanced, calm, ready. And in one split-second reflex, he flung his arm to deny what looked like a certain goal. Like David De Gea, In his prime, Lammens uses what's known as the block technique, a mix of patience and precision, almost like a cricket keeper's long barrier stance. He waits that extra half second on his line, reading the striker's movement before exploding into action. That composure paid off again when Natali broke through later in the game. Lammens closed down the angle flawlessly, spread his frame, and snapped his legs shut at the perfect moment to block the shot. Every save looks simple, but only because of his immaculate timing. It's that blend of technique, patience, and ice-cold instincts that separates him from ordinary keepers. And that's what makes the question, how good is Senne Lammens? Not just relevant, but terrifying for every Premier League striker. To truly understand how good Senne Lammens is, you need context. And few clubs provide better perspective than Manchester United. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's departure, the club has been trapped in a loop of inconsistency, and nowhere has that been more evident than in goal. They once had one of the world's finest in David De Gea, but his decline was painful and slow, leaving fans almost relieved when the club decided to move on. Then came Andre Onana, hailed as the modern ball-playing savior. Yet like so many arrivals at Old Trafford, the weight of the shirt crushed the promise. Onana's start was chaotic, his confidence fragile. And though he showed flashes of brilliance, 9 clean sheets, and 2.7 goals prevented in his debut season, his trajectory fell sharply. By the 2024-25 season, his save percentage dropped from 74.9% to 68.9%, and he ranked only 18th in the Premier League for goals prevented. A goalkeeper built for highlights, but haunted by mistakes. He also has the rare ability to use his legs as effectively as his hands. In close-range scenarios, his instinctive leg saves, almost like a futsal goalkeeper, add another layer to his arsenal. He's shown multiple times that he can block double attempts with his feet in split seconds, covering angles that seem physically impossible. Equally impressive is his positional intelligence. When beaten by looping crosses or headers, he adjusts his depth within the 6-yard box with surgical precision. In one instance, a powerful header looked destined for the top corner, but Lammens, already tracking the flight, glided laterally across the line and launched himself at the exact millisecond needed to tip the ball away. His spatial awareness and sense of distance are elite. Then there's his athleticism. The acrobatic dives, the fingertip saves, the strength in his wrist that sends cannon-shot strikes flying over the bar. It's not just that he saves, it's that he controls the situation, dictating where the danger ends up. His mixture of reflexes, balance, and raw power is the foundation of his game. And when it comes to one-on-one duels, few do it better, like we saw against Sunderland. And countless times in Belgium, Lammens closes angles with calculated aggression. In tight duels, he moves laterally to match the striker's path, staying big until the very last second. When the forward finally commits, Lammens breaks low, extending his left arm from his torso just enough to cut off the shooting line. The result: another save that looks routine only because of his flawless decision-making. In another sequence, faced with a direct run at goal, he reacted instantly, sprinting forward to shrink the space between himself and the attacker before the shot could even form. Timing, nerve, and technical clarity. That's what defines Senne Lammens. When analyzing Senne Lammens' aerial game, it becomes immediately clear that he brings something Manchester United have been missing since the decline of David De Gea. True authority inside the box. Standing at 1.93 meters, Lammens may not be the tallest goalkeeper in the world, but unlike others who rely on height alone, his secret lies in timing, anticipation, and bravery. By contrast, Altay Bayındır, despite standing at 1.98 meters, often struggled to command his area. His hesitation under pressure and poor footwork meant high balls became moments of panic rather than confidence. Lammens is the complete opposite. Statistically, his dominance is undeniable. Over the last year, he ranks in the 99th percentile among goalkeepers outside the top 5 European leagues for dealing with crosses, claiming 13.2% of all balls delivered into his area. To put that into perspective, Andre Onana, who was supposed to bring stability, has averaged barely 5%, and not once since 2018-19 has he reached even 9.3%. Lammens' data shows what the eyes already confirm. He's not just a shot stopper, he's a goalkeeper who commands his box. What makes him stand out is how he approaches aerial situations with clarity and decisiveness. He never loses sight of the ball. even amid crowded penalty areas. And his footwork is crisp and economical. He adjusts his position constantly, ensuring that when he jumps, it's from a balanced stance, giving him both power and control in the air. However, no goalkeeper is flawless. One aspect that still requires refinement is his use of punches when clearing danger. There was one instance already circulating among United fans where he mistimed the distance of his punch, pushing the ball back toward the penalty spot instead of wide. Yet, even then, his quick recovery and safe hand saved the moment. The follow-up shot was blocked brilliantly, turning what could have been an error into a highlight. This balance between composure and reaction defines Lammens. He's aggressive when he needs to be, but rarely reckless. Against Sunderland on his debut, this quality stood out immediately. Every time a cross or set piece entered the box, he approached it with the confidence of a veteran, calling his defenders off, rising above the crowd, and catching cleanly under pressure. Old Trafford noticed it. After years of uncertainty, Manchester United fans finally saw a goalkeeper who doesn't just survive aerial duels. He owns them. And in the Premier League, where aerial bombardments are constant and physical duels are relentless, that kind of presence is worth gold. For once, Manchester United's backline can breathe again, knowing there's a giant, not just in size, but in personality standing behind them. When it comes to corner dominance, Senne Lammens has already demonstrated why many analysts in Belgium consider him one of Europe's most complete young goalkeepers. The numbers speak louder than reputation, and they are simply astonishing. Last season, Lammens recorded 12 successful claims from corners, exactly double the number Andre Onana managed in the Premier League. Even more impressive, 63.2% of his first contacts from corners ended in a clean claim of the ball, the highest ratio among all goalkeepers in the Belgian Pro League with more than 4 first contacts. Onana, by comparison, only converted 31.6% of his first contacts into claims, often punching instead of catching and adding instability to his backline. When we extend the lens to open play crosses, the gap grows even wider. In the same period, while Onana successfully claimed just 3.5% of the 369 crosses he faced, and Baynder managed 4.7%, Lammens commanded his box with authority, with 9% of all open play crosses claimed. In simple terms, he's more than twice as effective in the air as any goalkeeper United have had since Edwin van der Sar. Of course, comparisons across leagues must be treated carefully. The Belgian Pro League differs in physicality and intensity from the Premier League, but these stats don't lie about habits. Lammens isn't just reacting, he's reading. His footwork before jumping, his balance when extending his arms, and his confidence under pressure show a keeper who is technically refined beyond his age. Then comes his penalty-stopping record, another window into his mentality. Since last season, he has saved 5 of the 7 penalties he's faced, the best record of any goalkeeper across Europe's top 10 leagues. That's not luck. That's anticipation, courage, and composure. His ability to hold eye contact with the taker, to wait that extra heartbeat before committing, mirrors the calm aggression that once defined a young Thibaut Courtois. And that comparison is no exaggeration. Like Courtois at Genk, Lammens blends height and agility in a rare proportion. He's 1.93 meters tall, but moves like a much smaller goalkeeper. Quick and elastic. And with the spatial awareness of an outfield player, former Anderlecht coach Frank Vercauteren described him perfectly. He has that natural authority, the kind that makes defenders relax just by knowing he's behind them. Crucially, his confidence extends beyond shot stopping. Lammens is a modern sweeper keeper, comfortable using both feet and precise when distributing under pressure. While Onana arrived as the modern goalkeeper prototype, his build-up play has never quite clicked at Old Trafford. Too many misplaced passes, too many risky choices. Lammens, meanwhile, completed 3.6% more passes than Onana last season, with a cleaner rhythm and greater decision-making restraint. The mark of a player who reads the tempo rather than forces it. Belgian pundit Bart Tammen summarized it best. Lammens is comfortable with both feet, and while his short distribution can still evolve, his long passing and confidence under pressure already belong to a top-level goalkeeper. That dual-footed ability, paired with his aerial control and penalty-saving brilliance, gives Manchester United something they've missed for over a decade. A complete, confident, modern number 1. So yes, the excitement is justified. After years of uncertainty between the posts, Manchester United may finally have found their new Courtois, a goalkeeper for the next decade, capable of transforming nervous defenders into fearless ones. His debut already showed flashes of greatness. But his ceiling? It's world class. Old Trafford has waited a long time for a guardian like this. The future is tall, Belgian, and fearless.